Hey guys, Joe with Predator here in Florida. Nice beautiful day today. Got a beautiful truck behind me. 2008 H2 Duramax swap. It's got an LMM in it. We'll go over all the accessories. Some of it you can see here in the video, but I'll get deep into it with you. We'll go over interior. I'll also touch base on the powertrain in this truck. You can see the front of this truck is pretty outfitted with some accessories. Nice and clean, but rugged. We have our D-ring heavy-duty brush guard for the H2. This ties in with a custom bumper that the customer provided to us. We installed rigid pod lights. Those are the 360s that they offer. We have those hooked to a switch so you can turn them on and use them as a fog light. We also have a worn 16.5 winch installed in this bumper. If you ever get into an off-road position where you're stuck with this thing, that winch has plenty of power with a synthetic rope to pull you out. We have LED headlights that were installed. The factory ones were a little bit dull, so they wanted to get a cleaner look to this as well. Moving along with the truck, one thing I want to touch base with you guys with. This truck came to us originally, it was all white. Customer wanted us to paint the truck a Nardo gray. What you see behind me is Audi's version of Nardo gray. So in the process of paint with us, we completely stripped this truck down for a color change. Go through and do all the body work as well as the prep work, and then we lay the color down on it. And we also clean up all the plastics around the outside of the truck. Factory plastics on this have like that tingy gray look to them. We didn't want that, neither did the customer. So we did a restore and got them all back to black. Truck's been outfitted with black rhino armories and a gunmetal gray. Gives it a nice tough look. Originally the truck had chrome mirrors, so we painted these to match the rest of the truck, so they've got a little bit of a texture to them, so it looks like it should from the factory. It's a custom roof rack that the customer had done. We did outfit it with rigid SR Series Pro light bars. There's a total of 4 20-inch light bars on the side. You got 2 in each bay on driver and passenger side. We also have a 50-inch on the top and the front to give you maximum lighting for off-roading and trails. One cool thing that we did put on this truck is the power steps. So these will drop down whether you're on the driver or the passenger side. Once you close it, it's got a small delay, that way you make sure you're clear of it. That's a cool safety feature for these things. The customer provided this custom roof rack for us to install for him. This roof rack also has a provision for the sunroof, so it's all cleared out. That way that can still open up fully with no interference at all from the roof rack. One cool thing about the custom bumpers that he provided, we were able to outfit them with some rigid pod lights. These are hooked to a switch, just like the front ones, so you could use them at any point in time. Also, one cool thing that we were able to do with these is tuck a rigid on the side, so when you put your truck in reverse and go to back up, both sides of this rear bumper will cast light out to the side. These are big vehicles. They do have blind spots. That helps cut that down whenever it's dark and you're trying to back up. So you'll be able to have a bunch of light behind the vehicle at any point in time when you need it. That way, whenever you're backing up, it's not only your safety, but somebody behind you. Customer also has a full spare, brand new tire, matching wheel for the rest of the truck. He didn't want his license plate on the tire carrier like a lot of the H2s currently have whenever they come from the factory. Not a lot of people move them, but we were able to relocate his license plate as well as his backup camera. We recoated the fuel door. His truck did have a chrome fuel door on it, so we recoated it and tied it in with all the black accessories. You can see the factory trim that we've redone in black on this side as well. Super clean. And one thing that we also changed on this truck, because it was chrome, we did all black door handles. Typically from the factory, you either got an all black door handle or just the handle piece itself was chrome. He didn't like the chrome on the truck, wanted to go with the black and gray, so we helped him out and we swapped those out with brand new all black handles. Now that we're done with the exterior accessories, I'm gonna go over powertrain with you a little bit. This truck we did the LMM Duramax in. It's got the Allison 6-speed transmission as well as a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive selectable transfer case. You retain all your 4-wheel drive factory functions and you get that added 2-wheel drive and boosts up your fuel mileage because you're taking a lot less drag out on that stuff. We did a fully rebuilt LMM and we also did a full build on the trans. Installed a Garrett Stage 1 turbo to boost up some horsepower and torque numbers on this thing. Engine itself, we're talking head studs, main studs. We also did race manifolds and up pipes. One other thing we added in was a Spanx 6-gun tuner. We'll get to that and show you the pod on the dash when we get to the interior. With our custom core supports that we build for these, we did a color match on this one. Instead of a normal powder coated texture black. We'll have some driving video as well, so you guys will be able to hear what it's like in the cab of this thing with the windows up, windows down. All in all, 10 out of 10 on the ride on this thing as far as drivability, power are concerned. It's all there at the touch of the gas pedal. Now that we're finished up outside the truck, kind of went over the powertrain and everything for you, I'm going to tie in this Banks data monster for you. That is the one and only thing that we changed on the interior of this truck and added in. Cool thing about that, it ties in with the 6-gun tuner that's installed on this truck. You'll see more of that whenever we're driving, so you can see all of the functions that it does. One cool thing about that little guy, it has SD card provision, so you're able to download data and all kinds of things to see what the truck is doing. If you're into data logging, that'll help you out. A lot of people run these in their cars and trucks that are running at tracks and things like that, so they could see exactly what's going on with their vehicle. That thing can be changed as far as power settings go. You can drive it on like an eco mode, or you can go crazy and have full power all the time. That gives you the easy tune right here at the touch of your fingers. All in all, super clean interior. This is a 2008 again, and probably one of the cleanest interiors that we've seen as far as a factory interior in an H2 that's not been touched. Truck does have full WeatherTech mats front and rear. We also have some switches installed right down here at the ease of the fingertips for all the light bars around the top. And then over here, we have an activation button and a horn button. The activation button will kick on the compressor for the Klein HK9 air horns that are installed under this. We also have a full sunroof up here. It's fully functional. Like I said prior, the roof rack has the cutout, so that sunroof can open up and slide back all the way with no interference from the roof rack at all. This also has a 3rd row seating option. We have one seat that's not installed currently. We do have it, so this does have the full 3-row seating capabilities on this H2. A lot of them, those seats are usually damaged or missing because people remove the tire rack off the back and go with the inside tire install. They used to have a mount that mounted on the side over there, and then they end up losing the seat or selling it, or they just end up losing all of that stuff back there. But this one has full 3-row. So we're cruising now. You guys can hear it's pretty quiet in here. This truck we did level 2 sound deadening kit in, so it's soundproofed all throughout the interior from front to back, top to bottom. You can hear the turbo whine a little bit with the upgraded turbo. I'll be making a U-turn here in just a second, and I'll get on it so you guys can hear it. All in all, this truck rides super quiet and it's super nice. Rides really good. We installed Hellwig sway bars on this truck, so it's got aftermarket sway bars. And one other thing that's installed on here that makes it ride really good is we did the 3500 series Silverado torsion bars up front. With the added weight of the Duramax, those torsion bars give this thing a really comfortable ride. So I'm going to give it some throttle here so you guys can hear it. This truck definitely picks up and goes. That was just a little roll, probably about half throttle from 0 to 60. It's got a ton of power, puts you back in the seat, and it'll hold you there until you're ready to let up. This truck rides like a Cadillac. Super, super sweet. Very smooth, and AC's blowing super cold. You guys are going to have an outstanding ride in this truck. Take it off-road, take it on a road trip. Pretty much anything you want to do with it. This truck is ready to go, turnkey.